To me, this farm is kind of a microcosm of what this country was 100 years ago. And the three aspects, one being the historical and archaeological, and then the ecological, the sort of preservation, water preservation, and then the sort of artistic end of it. My grandfather, N.C. Weyth, came here from New England and settled here. Ostensibly came here to study with Howard Pyle, who was a leading illustrator of his time, who lived in Wilmington, Delaware, which was just down the river from here. My grandfather was primarily an illustrator, and most of his work were really children's books, and they had to do with King Arthur and pirates and so forth. But curiously enough, he never left this valley. He physically never went to England, never went to the Caribbean, and created all this in his mind, in his studio, just up the river from where we're sitting right now. Along comes my father, who totally did no illustration. I mean, did a few, but he's primarily known as focusing on the land, on the people and so forth in this small sort of area. And then, along I come, and I'm sort of a bit back to my grandfather in sort of creating worlds within my world here. I produce most of my paintings on these few acres that we're sitting in. Why do I paint? I don't know. I think it's this urge to record. And to me, what's interesting is recording my life or things that I see and so forth, things that are important to me. I don't travel much. Nothing interests me less than painting a mountain in Italy or a river in Nicaragua or whatever. But what does interest me are the river here, where I grew up, and the trees that are here, and to do portraits of these sort of things, not just scenes, not just kind of snapshots, but things that really meant something to me when I was 3 or 5 or 10, and then I think it just imbues the work with a little more depth, makes it a little more interesting. I think the paintings are kind of slides and specimens from one's life, and it's another way to examine our ecology and the earth as we know it. I think it's sort of a unique way.